And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. You just saw there the article of impeachment against President Trump has been delivered to the Senate. The House, of course, already impeached Mr. Trump on a charge of inciting an insurrection after his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol and delayed the counting of the Electoral College votes. The Senate trial will begin the week of February 8th. We will, of course, continue to follow this story on News 3 Now and at channel3000.com.
We are going to begin with snow because it is on the way. It is expected to continue overnight and into tomorrow morning, so you will want to plan some extra time for your morning commute.
And Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has more details on the timing of that snowfall and the expected accumulation. He's out on the weather patio with your first warn forecast. Gary?
Well, Eric, we're watching the snow across Iowa and Illinois spread northward toward Wisconsin, but so far it's been undercut by some dry air near the ground. So while radar looks like the snow is making it into far southern Wisconsin, surface reports indicate that very little of this right now is reaching the ground. In fact, as we take a look at visibilities, you can see still visibilities around 10 miles in Monroe and Janesville. And just as I speak, a few snow flurries are starting to fall here at the station, but the snow should start to develop pretty rapidly. Winter weather advisories are in effect until noon tomorrow for Dane County and areas to the east, to the south, and to the west. There are winter storm warnings across much of northern Illinois, as well as the Milwaukee area. Snowfall totals of 1 to 3 inches are expected from Dane County, northern Dane County up toward the Dells. North of the Dells, very little snow is expected. 3 to 6 inches over the rest of southern Wisconsin, with the highest amounts down toward the Illinois state line, where more than a half a foot may fall, and it looks like the snow should start to wind down from west to east tomorrow. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
Major Wisconsin healthcare providers are beginning to give COVID vaccinations to people ages 65 and older today.
Finally getting it,
but it's not going to change our way that we live. We still have to be careful. You know,
we wear masks everywhere we go.
Yeah.
We don't eat out as often as we used to.
Madison couple Beverly and Lemuel Ellis have been married 63 years and got their shots together this morning. They thanked everyone in the medical field for making this possible and said they hope people continue wearing masks and social distancing until everyone has had the opportunity to receive the vaccine. It's an exciting moment for a community that's been anxiously waiting for their chance to get the shot.
But those 65 and older is a large population in the state, 67,000 people eligible, and that's just in Dane County. Amanda Quintana live at SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital with how healthcare groups are prioritizing that population in different ways. Amanda?
Yes, well, in the whole state, there's about 700,000 people who are 65 years old or older. Now, of all of those people became eligible today, but Wisconsin only gets about 70,000 doses of the vaccine each week. So obviously very differing numbers there. So hospitals are trying to find a way to prioritize people to see who gets the vaccine in that group first.
I hardly felt it. That is a very tiny little needle.
That little needle has felt far away for a long time. For those 65 and older, their opportunity is finally here, but not exactly. Getting those shots in hundreds of thousands of arms will take a lot of time.
We've got about 6,300 patients that are in that over 65 category, and we're trying to match the number of people that we reach out to our capacity to do the vaccines, and also make sure that we have sufficient vaccine supply. So it's kind of a week-by-week process.
Unity Point Health Meritor is still trying to get through their employees and people in 1A, starting this new group at the same time. To break that big population down even more, they're prioritizing people at high risk.
We're just randomly selecting from people that have comorbidities.
SSM Health is taking a different approach, calling patients 75 and older first.
We have over 118,000 patients in our system alone who are 65 and up. So we knew it wasn't going to be possible for us to vaccinate everyone.
Attic Angel Community
beefed up their capacity, able to give 20,000 doses a week.
That's all assuming we have enough vaccines. As of now, we don't.
Right now, they've been doing only about 7,000 a week. Even though all SSM employees who wanted one got one, there are still about 3,000 other community healthcare workers in line. A similar story at Public Health Madison in Dane County, but they're only getting about 1,000 first doses allocated a week.
Culver's is a the number of people that are eligible.
People without insurance will need to go through public health, asked to fill out an online survey, but it could be several weeks before any of those names get picked, with discussions about getting to communities most impacted first.
That could mean that we are looking at race, ethnicity, and then also social vulnerability. So those are some of the things that we may be using to help prioritize within the 65 plus.
Now remember, that's 700,000 people who became eligible today, and DHS still has to announce who is in that next group, Group 1B. They're expected to do that maybe this week, but that will add a lot more people onto the list of people who are eligible, and still the same amount of vaccines coming into the state.
Amanda Quintana live at St. Mary's tonight. Amanda, thank you.
State and county health officials report about 1,000 new COVID cases today. That is below the 7-day rolling average of about 1,500. In the past 24 hours, we've had 56 new hospitalizations across the state and 13 deaths. The Wisconsin Medical Society is opposing a Republican-authored resolution in the legislature that's looking to overturn the statewide mask mandate. The state Senate plans to vote on the resolution tomorrow. The Assembly, also in session tomorrow, has not said if it will vote. The board of directors for the Medical Society voted Saturday to support a continuation of the mask mandate Governor Evers issued and oppose the GOP resolution.
As the COVID-19 vaccine rolls out to more groups, we are seeing more people posting vaccination card photos on social media.
Police say there's nothing wrong with being excited about it, but that people should be careful about the information they are putting online. Our Jamie Perez joins us now to share why.
Right, well, those cards may seem like they're harmless to share online and on social media, but police say there's actually enough information that we can put on those cards that scammers can use to steal your identity.
Because we don't have a report today doesn't mean that we won't have a report tomorrow.
Tiffany Schultz with the Better Business Bureau of Wisconsin is trying to prevent identity theft from happening through people posting their vaccine cards with personal identifying information on social media.
There's some frames on social media that you can use. If you're excited, you want to post on social media, use the alternative and use one of those stickers or use one of the frames that are available through social media to share your celebration.
She and the Waunakee Police Department are advising people to not post their vaccination cards online.
Us and other police departments in the area that I've seen have been posting this. As we all know, the COVID vaccine has become, real popular and picking up speed here.
Lieutenant Roger Bartell said that he hasn't seen any cases of identity theft yet, but wants to make sure that no one becomes a victim to it.
Blur it out or black it out or put a sticker over top of, where your name and date of birth. There's nothing wrong with being proud of getting the vaccine. We just don't want you to fall victim to identity thefts.
Schultz suggests not posting it at all, but if you're going to, post a blank card so that none of your information can be seen by scammers.
People can open credit cards in your name. They simply have your name and your birth date. All they need is your social security number and your address. Your address is usually pretty available online through different platforms. Scammers are out there and they purchase social security numbers on the dark web.
And Schultz also said for anyone who happens to lose your vaccination card, you can go online to the CDC's website and you can opt in for what's called Vax Text, and they will send you a reminder of when you need to go get that second dose.
Jamie, thank you. Coming up next at 6, City of Madison officials are mailing out 17,000 absentee ballots. They say that's a high number for a primary election. We'll take a look at the option to return those ballots to a secure drop box. Stay with us.
Law Offices has been fighting and winning for people injured by big trucks for more than 30 years. We can help you from the safety and comfort of your own home. Our virtual sign-up process is quick and easy. One call, that's all.
What you see is important to you. How you see is important to us. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see.
Still a traffic jam, just better views. Still your to-do list, just getting more done. Still packing up, just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Right now, get $4,750 cash allowance on this 2021 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful 5G network that works without interruption in the places you wouldn't expect. And with every plan at U.S. Cellular, you get access to 5G at no additional charge. So no matter where you are, U.S. Cellular's network always keeps you connected in the places you need it most. At U.S. Cellular, all of our plans include 5G and get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
The City of Madison's secure ballot drop boxes will be open tomorrow for the February 16th primary election. Absentee ballots will also begin to be mailed out tomorrow. About 10,000 Madison residents used these ballot boxes for the November presidential election. There are 14 around the city at different fire stations, and one is located at Elver Park on the west side. They are locked and emptied at the end of each day by a team of 2 couriers.
Those teams of 2, they count the ballots and then they'll put them in a secure ballot bag and secure it with a tamper evident seal, and they'll return directly to our office that evening, and we'll check them here in our office using the chain of custody form that the election officials filled out, and then we'll just take them in and put them in our secure storage facility until we send them to the polling place on election day.
The ballot drop boxes are meant to be a way for people to have easier access to returning their ballot instead of having to take them to the city-county building or worrying about ballots getting through the mail on time. You can request an absentee ballot online at myvote.wi.gov.
All right, Gary joins us now with that snow as it creeps up from the south. Gary?
Yeah, we're continuing to watch the snow, but, you know, a lot of times people will look at a radar and they'll say, oh, boy, look at all the snow moving in. Well, we just started to get a few flurries in the backyard just at the top of the hour. We're waiting to see whether or not how much of that snow is reaching the ground, but surface reports indicate very little of it so far. It has been snowing pretty steadily farther south across northern Illinois and parts of Iowa. You can see where the visibilities are. They're at or above 10 miles for most of southern Wisconsin, meaning that very little of that snow is reaching the ground. But Des Moines, Iowa, reporting a quarter-mile visibility and heavy snow. Moline, Illinois, had a quarter-mile visibility last hour. They're up to 2 miles, so it is snowing pretty steadily. But even as far north as Rockford, Illinois, very little of that snow reaching the ground yet. But when all is said and done through tomorrow morning and early tomorrow afternoon, probably looking at about 1 to 3 inches of snow north of Dane County up to around the Dells. North of there, even less. And then farther south, those amounts go up pretty quickly from about 3 inches around Madison to maybe 6 inches down toward the Illinois state line, and then as much as a foot over parts of central Iowa, although the storm will be weakening as it pushes eastward. However, we're already starting to see some strong wind gusts in the 30 to 35 mile per hour range just to our south across Illinois and Iowa. That could lead to blowing snow. So winter storm warnings are in effect south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. Again, winter weather advisories in effect for southern Wisconsin from Dane County southward. The snow creeping northward as a strong jet stream starts to spin up a storm system over Missouri. The strong jet stream winds will actually pull the storm eastward pretty quickly, but some of the snow will linger back into tomorrow. As we look at the surface weather map, there's that area of low pressure located just to the southeast of Kansas City. It'll follow along that path pretty quickly to the north and east, but right now we have a strong northeasterly wind with dry air kind of eroding away at the snow on the northern edge of the precipitation area, but eventually it'll overspread all of southern Wisconsin, and you can see temperatures range from the single digits up in northern Minnesota to the lower 30s, not too far to our south. Our forecast calls for that winter weather advisory in effect until noon tomorrow for Dane County and areas to the east, south, and west. Winter storm warnings farther to the south and to the east. Look for snow to develop overnight. It'll be windy. Temperatures holding nearly steady in the lower 20s around midnight, and then we'll see 1 to 4 inches of accumulation by morning at the heaviest amounts down toward the Illinois state line. Tomorrow, maybe another inch or 2 from Madison southward during the morning hours. It'll be breezy with the snow tapering to flurries, high at 25. On future track, the snow overspreads much of southern Wisconsin by midnight, but notice north of Dane County, not as much snow, and then it starts to wind down from west to east during the day tomorrow, and by tomorrow evening, we'll actually start to see some breaks in the clouds, allowing colder weather to move in. Snowfall amounts 1 to 3 inches north of Dane County, 3 to 6 inches from Dane County southward, heaviest amounts down toward the Illinois state line. Cold weather for Wednesday and Thursday. We start to warm up Friday. Another winter storm system could affect us over the weekend, and yet another one toward the middle part of next week.
And coming up in sports, why the future of Aaron Rodgers and the Packers isn't anything to be worrying about right now, according to Brent Favre. That's next on News 3 Now.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I want a reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see, my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Warm up and save big during Steinhaffel's winter sale. Save 35% store-wide, and with Steinhaffel's 60-month special financing, your new room has never been more affordable. Get great deals like a Beauty Rest Queen mattress starting at $3.99. This sofa now only $4.99. A queen bed $7.99. Or this dining set just $9.49. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of in-stock furniture and mattresses for every style and budget. So warm up and save at Steinhaffel's winter sale.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2021. Get ready to nominate your favorites online for Best of Madison in over 140 categories. Nominations open February 1st. Learn more at madisonmagazine.com.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Hurry to get $7,250 in total savings on a Built Ford Tough F-150 XLT at your local Ford dealer.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one. And your eye exam is free when you buy 2 pair of glasses for as low as $59.95. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com or call 1-800-STANTON.
Tuesday morning, with sports on pause for a lot of schools, we'll look at the big impact it's having on student athletes.
And what a Biden administration means for the economy and your bottom line. Join us between 4:30 and 7 for News 3 Now this morning.
A lot of guys' futures that are, uncertain, myself included. That's what's sad about it.
That was the quote that caused the wheels to turn on all of Packer Nation. What did Aaron Rodgers mean by that? His future is uncertain? Well, currently he's under contract for 3 more years, so he must be retiring then, right? Or the Packers are going to trade him. Well, let's pump the brakes on all those little bit of theories, because as former Packers QB Brett Favre said today on Sirius XM Blitz, don't read too much into it.
I wouldn't pay much attention to it. I think frustration, disappointment, hurt, pain, all were in that sound bite. Look, there's no way the Packers would do anything to jeopardize losing Aaron. And unless Aaron just chooses to retire, which I would be shocked. The guy's playing better now than he's ever played.
The Wisconsin men dropped 4 spots in the latest AP poll after losing to Ohio State on Saturday. But if there was a bright spot in that loss, it was the play of Nate Reavers. The senior forward scored in double figures for the first time since January 7th when he finished with 14 against Indiana. And the Badgers know if they want to get to where they want to go, they need that version of Nate Reavers on the court.
They're saying this team needs me to, play at a high level to, really help us out and win some of these games. So it's been a, tough year, obviously, personally, and just want to start, playing harder, playing more energy for this team.
I think it's a good sign for us because we need him to continue to take steps forward and get back to, the Nate Reavers he can be.
And new forward Madison head coach Carl Craig and the Flamingos will kick off next season starting in early May. The Flamingos will play in 28-game schedule with 6 teams advancing to the playoffs in November. The club hasn't announced where it will play in 2021 yet. Remember, last year their home field was in Wauwatosa at Hart Park. And Eric, anytime there's some controversy around Aaron Rodgers, who do you ask? Brett Favre.
Yeah, I don't want it to end up like Brett Favre, though. I don't want to see him in purple.
Yeah, no.
So I think we all just need a little break from it and recover this week and go from there. Let's go to Gary, the latest on what's happening with the weather.
Yeah, snow starting to spread northward, but a lot of this not reaching the ground. Visibilities still are pretty high, so we're waiting for the snow to start, but eventually we'll be looking at the potential for about 3 to 6 inches of snow from Madison southward.
All right, we'll keep you updated throughout the evening. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.